This is 29th place.
This is Metallic Metropolis by PokerFace. I know this one.
Take a drink of water. I like that title screen.
Yeah. This is really good.
It's fun, yeah. We didn't score anything outside the actual level, so some people can mess around with the overworld and things like that. And they do. Alright. Metallic Metropolis. So that's supposed to be your indication that this stuff down here is actually death. The dude's falling into it.
No good to touch.
Yeah. It kind of works, I guess. I guess the first time I didn't really pay close enough attention. But one thing I didn't like is the fact that okay, so these are the lava graphics.
Yeah.
You can swim in these.
Well, it's not supposed to be lava.
I know, but it's years of playing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
This level is pretty, and I think I end up giving it a pretty high aesthetic score. Like, you can tell me. Probably an 8.
Yeah.
I guess.
You're picky with aesthetics, then, man.
Well, I think the reason I gave it an 8 is it described in the thing. I think I said that a lot of it
was too much.
It was a little too busy in places.
Oh wow, you wrote a lot for this one.
I write a lot, man.
That's too many words to read.
That's why I'm reading.
Thank you. I'm sick right now. I don't think I'd read very well.
I died.
Yeah, I saw that.
I fell.
Congrats.
I can't get up.
Oh, I've fallen and I can't get up.
Oh, I think one of the things is just kind of like these platforms, for whatever reason, in my head, like, don't always stick out against the background scenery.
I can see them fine. They're contrasty enough to me.
They are, but I don't know. Like, I shouldn't have a problem with them, but I found myself having a problem.
That's fair. I guess.
It all comes down to...
I guess that's fair.
I guess you're okay with this. I'll trust your opinion for this time. You've only judged 9 of these things.
Every time I think I'm out, they pull me back in.
I just wanted to go home to my family, but here I am, back in Mario.
Playing Mario in a Sonic level?
Yeah. They won't let me go.
I can't get over that background. That looks like it's from an actual Sonic game.
It's pretty nice, yeah. Let me see. Oh yeah, this is a pipe.
Honestly, this all has a lot of little cool setups that don't get utilized quite enough.
Yeah, that I remember was a big thing I mentioned. Is it kind of doesn't really do that much with itself other than pretty graphics.
But I get all the things he was going for. I get all the references. It's just...
There ain't much.
And I remember his commentary, because I played this one before the rest of them came out. This was like one of the first ones submitted to the contest. His commentary is like, he was going for like which level was it?
Probably Oil Ocean.
No. Like from a level design standpoint. Let me go pull up his thread, because he talked about it. That's the power of doing this live.
Shit. Oh yeah, and this isn't a blue P switch. This is a silver P. I don't know why. That star was the midpoint. Alright, so the second half... I mean, you've got these grinders that have been reskinned as, like, sparks traveling along electrical lines, and I thought that that was cool. I just felt like there wasn't as much done with them as they could be later on.
So his commentary is he wanted to make a... He was frustrated by the palette restriction, which I was too. I liked recoloring, but he wanted to make something that was like a Sonic CD level with a good and bad setting, and he said he got frustrated because the level ended up feeling like Titanic Monarch Act 2.
Oh.
So I can kind of see that, because it's like you're off doing a bunch of different challenges before getting to the very end, basically.
Yeah.
You know?
It's like questioning whether or not it's got good focus and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I was wrong. Maybe it wasn't this level that I had the grinders thing, the grinders commented with.
Well, we'll see when you're done.
Yeah. There was one that it, like, used... there were a couple, like, factory-ish levels like this.
There usually are. People like the mechanical theme. I got crushed here a couple times.
The coins, thankfully, are, like...
Yeah. I've just never liked the super fast layer 2.
Oh, I know where I died. It's right here. Don't go for those... Also, this music's terrible.
Oh, what's this actual music, I think?
It's the Smashers. They're off-screen. I got crushed.
Oof.
And yeah, I didn't like this music track at all, because it just sounds really... really glitchy. Jesus Christ, that Smasher just shaved my ass off. Also, that spark is cool, but it doesn't... it's never dangerous.
It's probably just there to look cool.
Well, it'd be nice if it were... it, like, went around in a circle or something.
Let me check if I'm right on this.
Alright, Metallic Metropolis. What did we say this placed?
This was 29th.
Okay. I gave it a 72, and wrote a lot. Oh, I've read so much, good lord. I write a lot for comments for people because I feel like it's beneficial to them to understand exactly kind of what I was thinking and why I give a level certain thing. Like in this, I gave it a 43 for design out of 60, 21 out of 30 for creativity, and an 8 out of 10 for aesthetics. There's no denying you've created a very visually interesting level. It's kind of incredible you were able to make the tiles you were, but I think you spent a little too much time figuring out if you could make the level look like it does instead of thinking if you should, because for all its impressive tiling, my biggest fault with the level is that it's extremely visually overwhelming. There's so much detail crammed into every single inch of this level, be it things moving in the walls, the backgrounds, or the pseudo-backgrounds on layer 1, that part of the level's challenge, for me, was simply figuring out if a platform was solid or not. And I know you kept solid platforms visually similar using good paletting, but the fact remains that there was just so much going on at all times I still had trouble navigating. Once we get past the visuals, I'd argue the design is good, but nothing amazing. The best parts are the both interior sections because of the layer 2 adding an interesting element to it. The fast piston smashers looked nice and added a good late level challenge to circumvent, and the falling platforms section over the knot lava worked well too. Honestly, both of these could have been expanded upon greatly instead of having as many outdoor segments as you did, because for the most part, not too much interesting happened outdoors unless the spark grinders were involved as they traveled across the exposed power lines. They were a graphical replacement I really liked, by the way. It was mostly just Koopa obstacles with nothing else going on to make them interesting. A bigger focus on the sparks or smashers throughout the level would have gone a long way. And then I talked about the boss fight and the thing coming down and not being very clear, and the music. So I'm skipping that paragraph. All in all, this level is really pretty, but it seems to sacrifice its level design in some clarity in pursuit of visual grandeur. Don't forget that the visuals are just one part of making a good level. What were you were looking something up?
I was trying to figure out what that boss song was. I couldn't find out. Someone will yell at us.
But yeah, I mean, that's what I thought. I felt like the Koopas... It was mostly Koopa enemies on the outside. And it wasn't enough. Koopas are good filler enemies, but they can't really carry a level unless you are really clever.
Alright, I have my idea for VLDC12.
Koopas are going to carry his level.
We're going to see every kind of Koopa.
Oh, man.
All 6 of them.
Moving on.
The 3 colors and the 2 pair of Koopas.
38th.
38th? Vanilla Valley by Pink Gold Peach.
Wait. No. 38... This is number 108 in our list, internal list. I have it listed as 38 by Mario Fan 22.
Oh, this is Bramble Climb by Mario Fan 22.
Okay.
Yeah. This one I didn't play, but I saw a lot of previews of. This one looked neat.
I should use this as the first level to start at, because it says right on the title screen what it is.
Well, look, I randomized them. You'll never know. You'll never know what's coming.
And I'll skip through that.
Welcome. This is Dinosaur Land. In this strange place,
oh, we should hit this.
Bowser has kidnapped Mario. It's like it's up to Yoshi to save him. Peach gets her vacation. She gets to rest.
Was the message actually changed?
I didn't...
Or you just make that up?
I made that up.
Okay.
One time I did I think I switched it and no one noticed to Peach kidnap Bowser.
Alright, so we turn on the switches because they gave us the option to do that. And let's go, Bramble Climb.
This is a neat way to do Brambles with vanilla graphics that doesn't look ugly. But... I'm gonna... Big butt here.
Don't talk to me about big butts.
Those look way safer than they actually are. Now, I know you can't move them because the actual spike tiles are... We don't allow shifting them. But there had to have been like a tile you could that looks like spikes. Like, what about Ghost House spikes?
The double spikes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. They end up looking like the corners. The corners especially look safer than they actually are. If that makes sense. But yeah. it wouldn't be a Mario anything without a DKC Brambles level in it for no reason.
This was the first level I played, actually. Internally in the judging, this was level 0.
Yes, because I randomized them.
Yep. So, it's probably not going to be super apparent to anyone who's not, like, familiar with the... Good job, me. With the internals of the game. But at Christmas this year, Lunar Magic, the editor for this game, and this is a statement that is made towards the people who are not on SMW Central, obviously.
Don't yell at us, or I'll yell at you.
Lunar Magic received an update to have arbitrary rectangle-sized levels, basically. We have huge, like, big square level options now, instead of just having horizontal and vertical.
It's the same as how Yoshi's Island does it, right?
Yeah, basically. You can make Yoshi's Island sized levels now.
Yoshi's Island has a way better camera.
That's true. But, so, this was the first contest where people could explore that option.
I guess we should explain the gimmick here. Those pink turn blocks are actually the, light switch from Bowser's back door. I said those words together. I didn't even think about it.
Stop talking about Bowser's back door. This is a family channel.
They're essentially, even though they're sprites, they're essentially blocks Mario can't go through that sprites can. But because they're sprites, when you're behind them on the climbing grate, they're in front of the climbing grate. So you can go through them. You wouldn't be able to do that if it's a normal block, because the climbing grates are on layer
1.
layer 1.
They're layer
and
1.
So are blocks. Blocks are also layer. That was my incredibly weird, short-winded explanation of that.
Yeah, it worked. But basically, we can climb around stuff using the climbing grates and the flips, and that did a great job. That's okay, though.
The game is kind. It gives you many feather. It's nice to have feathers, especially in a level like this that expects you to do some jumps like that.
There were not many feathers in this game. In this
There are
contest.
actually more feathers usually in Kaizo than there are in regular SMW. Because in Kaizo they're used for flying tricks and stuff.
Yeah. There's also a lot used in Japanese hacks. Because
Yeah.
they're hard enough that the flight just doesn't help that much.
Yeah. But here in the way we do it is Final Destination, flowers only.
So interestingly, being behind the grate actually makes it so you are completely invincible to everything that's in front of the grate.
Which is everything except the Koopas, basically.
Unless, yeah, if the Koopas go in the back, then you can't get hurt. So it adds conveyors to the level towards the end, and I felt that the conveyors were a nice little addition here because it meant you can't like just sit still.
And wait for the Venus flowers. Does it actually change the speed of the climbing Koopas?
Probably not. Nothing. I don't think anything actually gets affected by.
Okay.
Oh no, that's not true. Because you can have stuff sliding around on them. I don't know what I was going with that.
Just where?
But like you can see what we were talking about with this level being kind of arbitrarily square, because we've kind of been going like up and down and left and right, and we haven't like hit. Like
We haven't hit a boundary yet.
This is something that we are very familiar with as people who have intimate knowledge of this engine. So the fact that we can do it is still really like, wow. Just, it's really cool and impressive, and I can't wait to see what people do with it more.
My level wasn't. My level was just a plain long level.
Your level wasn't that long.
I don't know, my gimmick worked the best without big levels, so...
Yeah. I mean, not everybody used a big level.
Yeah. A lot of people did, though.
Yeah. A lot of times it wasn't that much bigger. They just, like, use it for a little bit extra sideways, or vertical space to build stuff.
Yeah. You could do some pretty cool, like, Sonic-style stuff, I think. By just doubling the level height, you can build multiple paths for Mario.
Yeah.
It's a problem with the default one because he jumps so high.
I've also seen people can make some vertical levels that are like 3 screens wide, and it's a nice little... It makes the vertical level feel a lot more open.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so like I said, that was the first level I played. Bramble. Nope. Keep searching for Bramble. Bramble climb. There we go. I gave it a 72.
The others gave it 63, 71, and 67.
I liked it the most out of them. I said, this level really evoked that classic DKC2 Bramble level feel, and not just because it had the right music. I think you really used big levels well to capture the feeling of being in a maze, even though the path through the level was pretty straight. Being able to see other parts of the level before you got to them helped in that way. Mixing in the pink blocks to force the player to navigate the backside of a fence is a welcome addition to a climbing level, and I think you used the climbing Koopas well with them. The conveyors were a nice mix-up in the second half too. Aesthetically, the level looked pretty brambly, which is impressive for something using pieces of vanilla SMW graphics. If I had one complaint about the visuals though, it's that all the spike tips everywhere did make the level look a little busy. Timer felt a bit short even though I was moving pretty quickly through the level, but I still beat it with about 80 seconds to spare. Nice work.
Thumbs up.
Yep. First level always gets a little bit of a shorter... I always feel like I do that. I have like shorter-ish comments for people at the beginning, but
And then you start giving them full like essays
yeah,
on the merits of SMW.
yeah. I'm gonna write a dissertation on these one day.